There are the lights. When they go out, we'll be underway for 63 laps of racing. And it's go! Away we go! So Mark Schluter gets the better run. It looks as if Moritz Kropp is already side by side with Jan Grankvist. Now this could throw a spanner in the works. He's taking a look at the leader. Look, he's up the inside and they get away with it. So Schluter leads. Kropp is second now with Grankvist only third. Hopefully everyone is through cleanly in the background. I don't see any flying wings or anything along those lines, but I might be speaking too early. This is Villeneuve, a very tight and very fast chicane, and someone does run wide in the background.
Yeah.
So Hangraf has not got going. Now, I'm not sure quite what's happened there. That's a bizarre one. He did not get going, and Singel's gone right into the back of him. Now, here's a replay of what's happened to Tomasz Vok. He's made contact with the Edge Esports car there, and he's spun off the road. This will be contact with Chris Shepherd. He's alongside currently with Dylan Fisher. And there, so he tries to outbrake Fisher, goes into the side of Shepherd, and spins off the road. And now up alongside, so this is Fabrizio Gobbi versus Matthias Moos now, and Gobbi is up to P7. Here's Matthew Williams now on Matthias Moos, and Matthew Williams now up into P8, and it's almost 3 wide further back. Ooh, little bit of banging wheels there. George Alagianis, who started on the hard tyre, fighting with Tomasz Vok, who runs through the gravel. Vok attempting to recover after his issues earlier on. And the other driver that they are fighting with appears to be Philip Pushke in the Zortax. So side by side go Vok and Pushke. Pushke very nearly rubbing wheels with Tomasz Vok.
Something definitely happened because Tyan managed to jump Sepkowski.
Oh, there we go.
What happened on the exit of the corner there?
It was a really bad corner exit for Carlos Martin. So Martin dipped wheels into the gravel, was very slow off the corner, and that's why Jarl Time was able to get through so quickly. And that, of course, bunched up the cars behind them, nearly allowed Gobbi to get through. And it looks like they're side by side again in the background. Stepkovski has got past Martin, so Stepkovski this time takes the advantage. Here comes Adam Maguire on Fabrizio Gobbi. To the outside he goes, ducks back to the inside. Just behind him we've got Moose and Lalu side by side now, with Chris Shepherd in close attendance. Whoa, he was pushing Matthias Moose through the exit of the corner. Up the inside, goes through. Moose is forced off the line, nearly gets attacked by Jeffrey Fournier, and wide, and off the road goes Shepherd. And look at that, a little scrap behind. Jack Mayer goes off the road onto the grass in avoidance, and he keeps his car alongside Jeffrey Fournier somehow. It looked as if he was going off the road. To the outside now of Piratella, and once again nearly gets driven off the road. And here comes Grankvist. Sorry, look at this. This is for second position. Grankvist to the outside of Moritz Kropp, up into the braking zone of Tamburello. Around the outside he goes. They make a little bit of contact. There was a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact between the two of them, and Moritz Kropp maintains that second position. Wide and through the gravel goes Fabrizio Gobbi. Williams gets up to 7th place. Moritz Kropp is in the pits now, so Kropp in.
As we see, Schluter's pitted now as well. So, and who else is that jumping in? Is that Sepkowski, Lalu? Yes, we're starting to see people coming in now, so this is certainly going to be our 2 stoppers, I'd imagine. As
wide goes Pascal Pollentz. Colt Schukes will take advantage. They both stay out of the pits, and through they go. Grankvist in, so Grankvist pits. And there's Carlos Martin, who is losing places. Through goes Jack Mayer on the outside. That's when they made a little bit of contact just behind Jeffrey Fournier. Oh, and he actually ran off the road, didn't he? So Martin losing yet more places. That's Hygo Poom on his outside. So here is Grankvist. They have the DRS. They have the double DRS with Philip Pushke just in front of them. They're both going to sweep past Philip Pushke, and 3 wide with Jan Grankvist going round the outside of Moritz Kropp. A really nice clean maneuver, and he goes through into what will be second position.
He's got to be putting in absolute quality laps right now if he wants to keep within range of Schluter. Obviously there's not too far between them. Oh, there's not going to be, especially by the end of the straight, if he manages to get the move done. But no, has to sit in behind Butcher. Can't believe that.
Grankvist got really boxed up behind Butcher there. And behind, who else is in attendance? That's Maxim Bewley in the Pescara ADG car, who they've managed to pass as well. But yeah, Grankvist got such a mega run, but then had to lift out because there was no way through. And there's Moritz Kropp now, getting through on Maxime as well. Fabrizio Gobbi now pits from the lead, so Jack Mayer will lead by 1 second from Hygo Poom. Here comes Grankvist. He will go past Butcher. Moritz Kropp follows him through, and Kropp's got a better run now. What can Kropp do about Grankvist on the straight? Well, he's not quite going to get close enough.
Tying now in a little bit of a no man's land when he gets past Butcher here. He's got 2 seconds for the cars in front of him, second and a bit for the car behind.
Dylan Fisher does now get past the second TX3. That'll be Risto Capit. And now we've got a race for the lead. Zolt Shukes down the inside, goes through, goes a little wide. Careful, that's how the super lights pile up started, by a driver bouncing over the curbs on the inside. And now he's got Pascal Pollens attacking on the outside, kicking up the grass. But then, of course, the problem is the immediate DRS straight. We've got Heigo Poom into the pits. Here comes Mark Schluter now, side by side with Pascal Pollens. He'll go through relatively easily. But does Grankvist follow him through? Well, not straight away, Goes past the DRS detection zone. They'll all get it down the straight with the exception of Zolt Shukes. And Shukes dives to the pit lane, responds to Poom pitting a lap ago. He knows that this isn't his race. Crucially though, Schluter will still get the DRS, and Pollens has stayed out. Now look further back, we've got Grankvist going through, and Kropp going through as well. The top three are once again the top three in the race. Grankvist has it, he's got the overspeed, he's going faster than Mark Schluter can. And through he goes on the outside. Jan Grankvist takes the lead of the race. Here's Ruben Machete in the last remaining Green Stripes car. Now this is where he crashed in qualifying. And he's going to go off in exactly the same place. Not quite the same mistake, didn't quite make the wall this time. But he's clearly not liking that corner. And he's now decided to pull up in the pits.
B. Martin gets the move done on Chris Shepherd. Chris Shepherd having a steady, nice race.
Here's Matthias Moos versus Jukka-Pekka Lalu. Lalu now up into 8th position. He's been having a decent race, Jukka-Pekka. Not the best of qualifyings, but I'm expecting a strong result at the end from him. Dylan Fisher around the outside of Chris Shepherd, who just 1 lap ago we saw being overtaken by Carlos Martin. A great move from Dylan Fisher there.
See Shepherd now, is he going to bounce back at Dylan Fisher? Yes, he is. He's going to get the move done miles before the corner as well. That DRS super strong there for Chris.
Mark Schluter getting sucked up behind Grankvist in the slipstream and goes back through. Mark Schluter has retaken the lead of the race with the DRS and the slipstream, and he leads once again. And now we've got Fournier versus Butcher, so Butcher back through into 20th place. This is Risto Capit in the pit lane. Oh, don't tell me Capit's pulled up. Oh, that's a shame. Here's Fabrizio Gobbi versus Carlos Martin over P10. Martin all over the back of Gobbi. Looked as if he was going to go to the right, goes to the left. That's the better place to be. No, it's not. Round he goes. Round they both go. They collide.
I'm not sure if it was actually Gobbi that knocked into Martin, which pushed him into the track. We'll have to hopefully get a view of it on this replay, but that was never going to work into turn 1.
There's
Martin
the tangle. He attempts to
around.
rejoin. Bang! Oh, and it's Chris Shepherd. There he goes. Just gets taken out and into the barriers. We've got Matthias Moos now passing Philip Pushke, that's for P17. As Jarl Tyen, Daniel Stupkowski and Dylan Fisher all pit. And here comes Grankvist to the outside. He does have a run this time. And just as he did before, he goes straight back through on Mark Schluter. Jan Grankvist and Mark Schluter are both in the pit lane. And they're very nearly side by side in. They are side by side in the pits. Look at Schluter. Schluter's jumped him. They're on different tyre compounds too. Schluter gets out ahead. They were side by side in the pit lane. There's no such thing as an unsafe release here unless you do actually collide with someone and cause serious damage. Schluter leads the race. Grankvist is second. And side by side further back are Maguire and Pollens. That's another important one. Maguire could still be challenging for a top 5 in this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. Would you rather go on the harder tyre and have a bit more room to push? But in all of that, we did lose Thomas Vac as well, which makes it the 9th.
Well, Fabrizio Gobbi has also pulled up. So
yes, I didn't remember.
I think we've lost 10, so we've got 20 cars remaining in this race. It's been a day of attrition, and there is Thomas Vogt losing control. Jarl Tyen hunting for a podium. This one should be relatively straightforward. Poom billows us a stop. Here comes Tyant to the inside.
As Williams now gets past Matthias Muss coming out in P7 is pretty good. He was going backwards at the start, but he's certainly going forwards towards the end of the race.
Matthew Williams now takes a look down the inside of Adam Maguire and does go through into 5th position, but Williams goes through into P5. Daniel Stepkowski up the inside of Pascal Pollens. Tight one. Oh, big twitch from Pollens. As Panzer and Bratchuk swap places now, as do Poom and Shukes by the look of it. That's for the final points paying position in 15th. Oh, all over the tail of Janos Bratchuk does go to the inside this time. That's the first move I've seen done in Rivazza since the first lap of the race. Down the start finish straight we go. Jack Mayer has the slipstream on Robin Panzer. Takes a look to the inside now. As the DRS wide open, leaves the braking later, but early enough to make the corner. Jack Mayer is up into P12. And did Mayer just give that place up? It looked as if he just let Panzer through in the straight towards the end. 6 laps remaining in this race. Hygo Poom now goes through on Jack Mayer. Now here's a replay of Jarl Tyne. It's going to be a straightforward manoeuvre, exactly what we've seen so far in the race. Moritz Kropp was protesting it the whole way down the straight. You could see him moving over to defend, but through went Jarl Tyne. As Poom now goes past Panzer, so he is indeed flying. We're actually watching Chris Butcher versus Philip Pushke. Whoa, put a Butcher onto the grass. And there's 0.6 of a second between them. Can he get close enough by the end of the straight? This might be his last chance. The DRS is wide open. He's gaining. He goes to the outside. They're side by side on the last lap of the race. And he's off. He runs through the gravel. Across the DRS line they go. But I think that Mark Schluter's done enough. Mark Schluter, just 1 year after his first podium, becomes a Super League race winner. This is a driver that's on the up and up. Great stuff from Mark Schluter. Jan Grankvist second.
Disappointing for Jan with obviously the chance to go 4 in a row, but you know, absolutely crucial points as we've seen now the replay. Poom going wide. Yeah, absolutely crucial in terms of the Drivers' Championship.
Mark Schluter will be feeling over the moon with how it's gone so far. He wins the San Marino Grand Prix as it's still known. Jan Grankvist second. He will extend his championship lead to quite a considerable margin now, at least 50 points. Jarl Tyne at P3, his first finish and podium of the season. Moritz Kropp P4, then Adam Maguire, a good recovery drive in P5. Matthew Williams also had a penalty, but finishes P6. Then it's Matthias Muss, Jukka-Pekka Lalu, Daniel Stepkowski, and Dylan Fisher, the top 10. On the second slate, Pascal Pollens P11, Robin Panzer P12, then Jack Mayer, Hygo Poom, and Janos Bratchuk, the last points finisher. And missing out on points were Zolt Shukes, Jeffrey Fournier, Chris Butcher, Philip Pushke, and Maxime Bewley. But all 20 of our finishers finished on the lead lap. So we didn't have too much traffic getting in the way today. Sure, there were some drivers after their pit stops, but they were entitled to be there. And there are the unfortunate DNFs